I thought that this posed a very interesting question. Is this right here the final week of the bear rally? Question mark, right? What do you think? Drop in the comments below. What do you think? Now, this is 5 things to know in Bitcoin this week, but here's the thing. This isn't to me, this is more like 5 things to know about the overall crypto market this week, okay? So it's not just Bitcoin. But question, is this the final week of the bear rally? If you look at the overall market cap and what's going on right now, it's at 1,160 billion, down a little under 2%. And Bitcoin and Ethereum are down just a little bit. Give or take, right? And so the question is interesting. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down. So this goes over 5 things to know in this is again talking about Bitcoin specifically, but again, you could kind of take a little bit more of a macro approach and looking at kind of really looking at this overall in the overall market. Okay, so Bitcoin has definitely embraced volatility after the market. It's basically consolidated. It's sustaining the levels that it's at. It's looking really, really good. Okay, that's number 1. So number 2 is the macro remains on a knife edge. And what they're really talking about here is that there's really not a lot going on in kind of the macro situation. We're in this kind of waiting game for what the Fed's going to do. We got the CPI inflation data report. It came out last week. It was good. It was less than we were expecting. We were expecting 8.7%. We got 8.5%. That's what sparked that rally last week, Wednesday and Thursday. Friday was a profit-taking day, and then Saturday we had a nice green candle day as well. But right here, right now, we don't have any other large kind of macro scenarios playing out, unless something happens in Europe, because the Fed themselves are not going to meet until September 20th and 21st, and we'll actually get the decision on what the Fed's going to do on the 21st. Usually it's the last day of the meetings. Okay, all right, so that's number 2. Number 3. The funding rates healthy despite run to 25,000. Again, this is looking at specifically Bitcoin and the current spot price action on trading habits. So it's basically looking at the current spot action. It's looking pretty healthy. So they're talking about that specifically Bitcoin. And again, this is Bitcoin specific right here. For Bitcoin network fundamentals, it looks like it's kind of slowly recovering, if you will. But again, you could apply all of this to the overall crypto market. Okay, so the overall crypto market has come back from being sub 1 trillion to 200 billion plus to get us to kind of these levels. And so there's not a lot right here right now to move the market. I think everybody's just kind of in this wait and see attitude, specifically as it relates to kind of what's going on. Now, I haven't looked yet what's going on in the overall kind of stock market, and you can see it's up a little bit. So we've got some positive over there, some positive sentiment, and the fear and greed index. Let me show you that real quick. Show you that fear and greed index. It had moved back a little bit. So yesterday it was in a neutral 47. It's technically moved back as a 45 and back into the fear, but in that 46, 47 range is right here. I would consider 45 to be kind of in that neutral range, even though technically it's in that fear. But we've moved up dramatically from last week and last month from extreme levels. So drop in the comments below. Let me know what you think about this crypto kind of news today scenario, and what do you think's playing out? What are your things? Here's the question, do you think that this is the final week of the bear rally, if you will? Thanks for your support. If you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button below. I'll see you.